What up? What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. NBA Talk with Jay. This is the first day of the NBA Cup. Will be interesting to see if it's like a different, you know what I'm saying, cap for the NBA games. I'm trying to treat it as normal as possible until we get on to the later games. You know what I mean? So obviously there's new courts. I believe there's like special jerseys and things like that. But these were spot and these lines have been out for a while as well. That's another thing. So if you're paying attention, if you're locked in on the NBA, you notice that this November 12th games have been out for a while. It's just like the Christmas games. If you seem like you want a jump start on the Christmas games, those lines are already out. You know what I mean? So, and I'm pretty sure after today, the lines for the second little round or whatever for the NBA Cup will be out as well. So, obviously, it's only been 1 year of this. Right now, for now, I'm gonna try and treat this as just like regular NBA games. Obviously, they're not. I do think there's a little bit of substance to going with the younger, more hungry teams. It could possibly mean a lot more to them, but just want to throw that out there that this is somewhat a little bit of a different day in the NBA. The schedule, these games still count on the schedule, but obviously it's for this in-season tournament as well, man. So let's see what happens. If you guys can, I'm not partnered with Caesars or anything. I'm partnered with Action Network. If you can, go download the app. It's free. There's a paid version as well, subscription version. I believe it's like $100 for the whole year. You can see sharp money. You can see big money moves. You can see player prop projections, all that type of stuff. But there also, you can follow experts picks for free on there as well. So go download the Action Network app. That is who I'm partnered with. This show is partnered with. But I did post a link in the chat. If you new to Caesars, man, if y'all can help me out, I'm trying to get as many. I'm almost to like the highest status with Caesars, and I can refer like up to 8 more people. So if you haven't downloaded Caesar, or you don't have it, you hadn't created an account, or even if your girl has it, man, if you sign up and all you have to do is bet $50. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not telling you what to bet on. It's just you can bet $50 on anything. You can bet it like on a minus 1,000 money line if you want. As long as you bet that $50, we'll both get the 5,000 reward credits. You see what I'm saying? And so when you start to get those reward credits, you can use that as money. They'll give you like free rooms. You know what I'm saying? Trips to Vegas, all that type of shit, man. So I'm trying to get this trip to Bahamas, man. One time. If y'all can, if there's anybody you know it doesn't have Caesar, you have to use that link or whatever. Then I'll get the 5,000 bonus points. So just want to throw that out there. It's like I say, if your girl want to, man, if your girl doesn't have Caesars, just sign up with that link. Bet $50, win or lose, you'll get the $5,000 credits, man. I appreciate if y'all could do that for me. You know what I'm saying? But it's not a big deal. It's not something that you have to do or I'm pressuring you to do. It's just there's plenty of people that like to look out for me, and if you could do that for me, I'd appreciate it, man. But what's up, my guy Tyreek, my guy Sam in the chat, Nathaniel, Morrow in there. What's up, my brother B Daddy, all the guys, man, all the guys that been you see what I'm saying, been members for a while. I appreciate you guys for showing some support as well. Let's get this cash, baby. Let's go. Come on. All right, let's get straight into it, man. Got to get on a streak here. The bullshitting is done now. You see what I'm saying? Got to get on a streak. Let's get straight into the business today. Let's go over here to Orlando in this one. Magic land 8.5 points at the house versus the Hornets. Hornets do have now this line has been out for a while, to be perfectly honest with you. I do like the Hornets plus the 8.5 here. This line had went down to 6. It's went back up. Looks like Terrence Mann is on the injury report and Cody Martin as well. Mann means a ton more than Martin does, in my opinion. This is going to be a tricky game, in my opinion. The Magic definitely have the size advantage here. The Hornets, like their centers, they're going with Taj Gibson, and then they don't have much size down there. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of a recipe for disaster going up against Orlando. Like I said, they're gonna have Taj Gibson and then like kind of Grant Williams coming out of the bench. It's not good. Nick Richards is still banged up. Mark Williams still banged up as well. So Hornets don't really have a real center, but their offense is really great. This team plays a really great band of basketball from the offensive end. You see LaMelo. I mean, first off, like we have to give credit to LaMelo Ball. Like I don't really buy any other shoes than Jordans, like unless it's my son. He likes the LaMelo Balls. I might have to give me a pair of them things. Cause it's hooping. Like if you saw that last game, man, versus Philly, that 3 to send it to overtime was just absolutely crazy, man. LaMelo's he's leading the league in fourth quarter points. Like he's LaMelo's going crazy this year, and that's kind of one of the things with the Hornets why I thought that they would be a lot better this year. Long as LaMelo is healthy, like this guy is a superstar in the NBA, and he's still young as well, has his whole life ahead of him. But with LaMelo on the Hornets, this is a scary team, man. They have the potential to run you off the floor. Like they have some guys over there that can really score the ball. Brandon Miller as well. You see what I'm saying? So they're going to need Trey Mann coming off the bench. I'll tell you that they need his ass because he's actually been a really integral part of that team, being great underdogs and playing teams really closely. This team is 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games, and they're usually always getting points in this range. That's why I think the Hornets are going to be such a good bet for this whole year. As long as LaMelo Ball, I mean, when they get their centers back, they're going to be even better. But new coach over there from the Celtics, Charles Lee. I know that they're pissed coming off that overtime loss versus the Sixers as well. So this team has been playing really well. Like I say, 4-1 against the spread. They've covered games versus Boston. They beat the Pistons in a really tough game as well. That was a really tough win at the house, and a buzzer beater of Brandon Miller. They beat the Pacers. They smoked the Pacers 103-83. Smack you, like they held the Pacers to 83 points. You see what I'm saying? This Hornets team can ball, man, and we know that the Magic, obviously without Banchero, are not as strong of a team. Now, they do play a lot better at the house. This is their remember, they had that 5-game road trip right after Banchero got hurt. 5-game road trip, right? They lost every single game, didn't cover a single game. Now they're back at the house where they play a lot better at. I'll be honest with you. They beat up on the Pelicans and the Wizards. Not really something to write home about, but they are 2-0 against the spread since being at the house. They play a lot better at home. One of the best defensive teams in the league. They do struggle to score offensively. It's something that we did, what I will take from last year, teams like the Pacers, young team, exciting team. These are the type of team. I'm not going to necessarily say who the NBA wants to be like in the championship or in the finals, or whatever, but like I think that's the brand of this NBA Cup. Young teams, exciting offense. Those are the type of teams that's going to go far in this NBA Cup. So that could possibly be the Hornets this year, man. I know that they don't have many centers, but I feel like this 8.5 is a few too many points. Usually you want to go with the better defensive team, but this time in the NBA, today's NBA, where they call these ticky-tack fouls, you kind of want to go with the more fluent offense, and that's the Charlotte Hornets here. Far and above, in my opinion, man. So I do like the Hornets plus the 8.5 in this game, man. It's probably going to be a small bet for me. It's not my top spot of the day, but I do like the Hornets in this spot, and I can't lie to you. I have the ticket right here. I put a few bucks on this. This was on, I bet this on 11-3, so on November 3rd. So I bet this 9 days ago. You see what I'm saying? It was at +8. That's when I was like, all right, they still have this line hanging. We know that Banchero's not going to be in there. I didn't think the line would be the same. It had went down to 6. It's went back up to 8.5. So that part doesn't really make sense to me, but probably because of the couple guys on the injury report. But I still feel like the Hornets are the right side in this game, to be perfectly honest with you. Like I say, not a super strong bet, guys. To be perfectly honest, I'm just keeping it real with you. I have probably like a fifth of a unit on this game right now, but I do like the Hornets in the spot. I do have money on it. It's the Hornets +8 is in my pocket. See what I'm saying? That's the ticket right here. Just a little small $220. That's a really small bet for me. Just, you know what I'm saying? Not trying to tell people how much I bet, but it's a super small bet there for me. See what I'm saying? But I do have $220 on Hornets +8. So that's just being perfectly honest with you. It's not my best spot of the day. Bet it 9 days ago. That's what I have money on. Let's go over here, Streets of Boston in this one, man. And LaMelo's going fucking crazy right now versus everybody. So you're just saying. Let's go over here to Boston. Celtics laying 15.5 versus the Hawks. Not really sure how much the Celtics will care about the NBA Cup. Obviously, they want to win. I mean, the way that they're built, they want to win every single game. They are coming off of a lucky win in the cover. If you had the Celtics versus the Bucks, you probably want to go get a lottery ticket. Obviously, Jaylen Brown did come back in that game. They were down 17 points, stormed all the way back to come back and win and cover that spread. Covered the -5 by 1 point. It was a pretty lucky win, though. I do think that the Bucks were the right side in that game. I didn't bet that game, but I was watching it. Bucks came out with it came out and did what they did. It was up in the first quarter, first half, and then that you know what I'm saying, third and fourth quarter, man, they got outscored 29-15 in that third quarter, and then the game was pretty much over. Like once you give the Celtics the momentum, that's pretty much it. But they are laying 15.5 here. One thing, some hesitation here. Trae Young has some type of like tendonitis in his Achilles or some shit like that. I hope I'm not getting sick, man. Shit. Oh, it's cold as hell out here, man. But I kind of feel like I want to take the Hawks here. This is not a game I'm going to be betting. Like, I don't want to fade the Celtics here. Obviously, they have the much better team. The Hawks can be scrappy, man. They're 3-1 against the spread last four versus the Celtics 5-5. So while the Celtics are 6-4 straight up in their last 10 games versus the Hawks, they're only 5-5 against the spread. So for whatever reason, the Hawks have been one of those teams that kind of, it's not that they give the Celtics trouble, but like especially when they're getting these double. So last year they got double digits 3 times. You see what I'm saying? They covered the spread all times, getting 11.5, 10.5, 16. And guess what? A couple of those times as 10.5-point underdogs, they won outright. 3 days later, they won outright again as 16-point underdogs. So I don't know what it is, but especially in this point spread range, the Hawks play them tough, man. Obviously, you're going to need Trae Young to play and be like at somewhat like 80%. You see what I'm saying? Dyson Daniels. This guy leads the league in steals. He's one of the better defenders out there. He's nothing to write home about offensively, but defensively, I love it, man, because you don't really see guys care about defense that much anymore these days. It's just the younger generation. I'm watching my son's team. Nobody cares about playing defense, hustle plays. They just want the ball. They want to go and score. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of, and the NBA is teaching them that as well. But shout out to Dyson Daniels, man, caring about defense, wearing his heart on his sleeve on defense, man, like just literally out there, grit, picking up 9 for. I respect them. But the Hawks, they're actually not a bad team, even though they're still missing guys. Let's see who on the injury part. I think DeAndre Hunter still out. I believe Okongwu had came back in the last game, but they are a little banged up. They don't have Bogdanovich as well, so they've been playing well even with these guys out. They got a long list of injuries. DeAndre Hunter, Bogdanovich, some other guys that don't really bad. Trae Young's out. Trae Young is out here. Fuck, what the fuck is going on with my shit? I mean, mate, hopefully I'm still good. Why my shit tripping? Brett, I appreciate that. Tatum is questionable. Trae is out. I appreciate y'all in the chat. Yeah, that's why you got to look at this shit. Fuck, man. Give me 1 second. We're back. Trae Young's out. They're saying that Tatum's questionable. I hadn't saw that. They're going to need Tatum. I'll tell you that right now. If Tatum, and that just goes to show you, if Tatum doesn't play, I don't think the Celtics care about this damn game. Trae Young being out is bad. He's half the fucking team over there. I want no parts to do with this game. Tatum being game time decision, though, just let you know that this might be a little fishy business in this game. But Trae Young out, want no part of it. I don't want to lay this point with the Celtics. They may not even really care about this game. They like to win a championship. They would not hang a banner for this in-season tournament. I tell you that right now. If the Celtics did win, I almost guarantee you they would not hang a banner for this game. I want no parts to do with this. Trae Young out, Tatum game time, which probably may not be in. They don't give a damn about this game. Let's go over here to Detroit, man. I'm kind of liking the Pistons in this game. I'm sleeping on it, and I'm like, the Pistons can win this game. This kind of feels like Spurs Kings yesterday. Almost the same line as well, almost the exact same line. Heat coming off of a huge win. First off, they've owned the Pistons. They've won 9 of the last 10 games versus the Pistons. They've won 7 straight. They're 7-2-1 against the spread in that time period as well. Guess what? The Heat usually start the season off slow. Guess what? They're coming off of a win as well. Coming off a win, they've only won back-to-back games once this year. They have not covered back-to-back games all year. For whatever reason, they'll cover a game, they won't cover the next one. They're 0-3 against the spread after a cover. I think it's going to be 0-4. We have to follow the patterns. Like I said, they've been traveling damn near every game. They were at the house versus New York, then went to Washington, then back at the house versus Sacramento. Then you go out west, Phoenix, Denver, Minnesota. Now you have the Pistons in the NBA Cup game where probably the Pistons might care a little bit more. They might care a little bit more. And then you have a couple games versus the Pacers as well. This kind of feels like Kings versus Spurs yesterday. I think the Pistons get this win, man. This is a huge game for them. They're obviously a lot better than they were last year. How many wins it don't matter. They're already 4-7. They're already light years better than last year, man. This is a scrappy team. Look at the spreads they've covered as well. They're 6-3 against the spread last 9 games. Even versus the Rockets. If it wasn't for the Jalen Green and Cade Cunningham beef and Jalen Green started going bonkers, they Pistons would have won that game. I love the way they're playing right now. Really scrappy team, really deep team. They've gotten some shooting. You see what I'm saying? So obviously, same thing with the Hornets. They have Cade Cunningham, man. He's a generational type of player. Long as he's out there, they have a chance to win. This line stinks. People are going to see this, and the money's all over the Heat, all the bets, the handle, all that's on the Heat. And the people are going to look at this. The Pistons want to have taken the Heat. Heat are a very inconsistent team, guys. Very inconsistent team, to be perfectly honest with you. So, like I said, they're coming off a win, coming off a cover. They have not been good in this role so far this year. One thing has been good, Tyler Hero's been going bonkers every game. Every game. Shout out to S-Dot because I know the beginning of the season, he was like Hero points over. And he probably cashed this shit like 6 times in a row. So I'm sure they're starting to bump it up this year. But I feel like the Pistons can really scrap with they can scrap with these the Heat. Remember, earlier this season, they were right there with the Heat as well. They were about to win the game. They got outscored 28-19 in the fourth quarter, ended up losing the game by 8. Still covered the spread, but remember, they were on the Heat's ass. They did have Durant in that game. Durant could possibly come back today, but remember, Jimmy Butler was in that game as well. Jimmy Butler had 23 points. He led the Heat in scoring. He was the only starter out there that had a plus-minus net rating. Bam Adebayo, -3. Jovic, -13. Hero, -7. Terry Rozier, -7. Jimmy Butler was a +8 in that game. They would not have won that game without Jimmy Butler. He's not playing in this one. I'm going to sprinkle on the Pistons here. I'm going to sprinkle Pistons +1.5. This is one where I feel like the young team cares a little bit more about this game. The Heat, they start the season out kind of slow. 4th game of a road trip, traveling all over the place as well. Pistons, 3rd straight home game. Could possibly be Pistons early because obviously when they do lose games, they'll lose it late like they did in Miami. Could possibly be Pistons first half type of spot. But I'm sprinkling on Pistons +1.5. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing, guys. You can do what you want. It's not my best play today, but Pistons +1.5. I'll have a little something on it. Let's go over here to Philly here. Sixers getting 3 at the house. This game stinks to me, man. I'm telling you right now. Another one. No one's backing Philly here. I can almost guarantee that no one's backing Philly here. And for what? They've looked like ass. 2-7 straight up. 2-7 against the spread. They're even coming off a win versus the Hornets in overtime. Didn't cover their spread as well. See what I'm saying? They were down Maxey. They have Paul George. Embiid is back today, man. Usually you want to fade a team when their superstar comes back. It's a little different with Philly because they need him like heavily. Like they're going to be so happy to have Embiid back. We know he's not going to be in shape. Could possibly be a Philly early spot. That's what I'm thinking. I'm always thinking about these games. I'm thinking about Philly first quarter, first half. That's what I'm thinking about. You see what I'm saying? Because for the full game, Embiid's going to be a little gas. You see what I'm saying? Now let's talk on the Knicks real quick because Cat and Brunson have been giving it up. Like they've been a certified bucket on offense, and they've also been a certified bucket on defense as far as giving it up on defense. You see what I'm saying? You look at Karl-Anthony Towns, the beat writer tweeted something out where he's allowing guys to shoot like 90-some% inside the paint or inside the restricting area. That's horrible for your starting center. So Cat's a huge upgrade for the Knicks on offense as a center. Major downgrade on defense. Major. We know that Brunson's a smaller guy. He doesn't really care about defense. They have OG Anunoby, Hart, and Bridges, 3 outstanding defensive guys. So they have a perfect little mix. Problem is right now with the bench for the Knicks, guys. Just look at this. McBride is – so let me see if Cam Payne is still out because he's their backup point guard. You see what I'm saying? McBride is really their only guy. So Payne is game-time decision. McBride is game-time decision. Those two mean huge to this game. I'll tell you right now, if both of them are out, I do not see a pathway to the Knicks to win this game. You got to check on because like their bench is not strong. Remember, Mitchell Robinson still's out. Precious Achiuwa is out as well. Knicks have been going 8 deep, really 7 deep, to be honest with you. McBride is getting like 29 minutes coming off the bench, and they have to. He's the only guy you can trust off the bench. You see what I'm saying? So the Knicks starting 5, probably top 3 in the league. Their bench is really hurting right now, and it could really come back to plague them in this game because the Sixers like actually have a little bench. Remember, They were playing all bench guys at first because the big guys were hurt. I know Maxi's still out, but you have Paul George and Embiid still in. Now some of those guys that were starting sliding down to the bench. That means a lot, guys, in basketball, in NBA basketball. You can't play your starters all 48 minutes. Tibbs is going to try. He's going to try that. But this is a really tough game, guys, to be perfectly honest with you. I'd like to take the Sixers here, to be perfectly honest with you. What speaks to me, I know that the Knicks are coming off a bad loss. They've played 5 of their last 6 games on the road. They were in Miami, then Detroit, then Houston, then Atlanta. Damn, they were traveling all over the place. Back at the house versus Milwaukee, then Indiana. Damn, I wish I had saw that on Sunday because the Pacers game was a really good spot for them. Knicks are the better team right now that's playing right now. This is just such a tough game because I know that Philly is due to come up. They're not a 2-7 team, guys. They're due to come up. You see what I'm saying? So they have positive regression on the brink of them. We don't know how good Embiid's going to look. He's a little bit of a heavier guy. We don't know how his wind is going to be, you know what I'm saying, or his condition is going to be. But going up against Cat, he can make an immediate impact. This is a really tough game. I'll be honest with you. What I think the right sides are is Philly first quarter, first half, and then possibly Knicks could come back for the full game. You see what I'm saying? So that's the pathway. So what I'm saying is, if you like Knicks, I feel like you could possibly get a better number. But to start, I do think Philly will be flying around like chickens with their head cuts off. You see what I'm saying? So it's a really tough game for me to bet. The easy play would be to take the Knicks here, minus the 3. Like, if we're just looking at it easy, going off what we know, going off what we've seen, that would be the play on the Knicks. So if you like the Knicks, don't let me talk you off. If the Sixers, this is the reason why I'm not betting it. If the Sixers won, I wouldn't be a bit surprised. I'd like to play bets where it's like, I'm surprised if I lose. You see what I'm saying? So those are the ones that I like. But yeah, Embiid is back from the suspension today. He will make his debut today, guys. So I'm pretty sure everyone knows that, but the Embiid's back today. They will have Embiid and Paul George. So I'd lean Sixers first quarter, first half. That would be my top spots in this particular game. If you like Knicks minus 3, don't let me talk you off. They've looked a lot better. They're a lot more, you can kind of say cohesive, but you definitely need to see what's up with McBride mainly. And the campaign doesn't matter as much. You definitely need McBride coming off the bench. If they don't have McBride or Payne, I will be betting the Sixers here. For sure, guys. Let's go over here to Milwaukee, man. Kind of a funny game because Dame was ruled out, concussion protocol, but the line didn't move. That never fucking happens. I don't know. Obviously, the books may have known that was going to happen, but even when the news is announced that he's in protocol and ruled out, it usually always goes down. I believe it ticked down to 7.5. It's back up to 8.5 everywhere, man. That's kind of telling here. Now, this obviously they've lost 3 of the last 4 versus the Raptors. You look at it, the Raptors 6-4 straight up last 10 versus the Bucks, and then the Bucks are also 7-3. The Raptors are also 7-3 against the spread last 10 versus the Bucks as well. Now, this is the last game of a 5-game road trip for the Raptors, traveling all over the place. Denver, Sacramento, in LA back-to-back nights, or Inglewood in LA, Clippers, and then LA, the Lakers, and then now they go all the way to Milwaukee. This is their last game of their road trip. The Raptors are a really scrappy team. It's crazy as hell. When the last time have you seen a team open up the season 2-9 straight up, but 8-3 against the spread? Like, that's just who the Raptors are. They didn't cover versus the Lakers, but like, they'll lose these games 1-8 straight up last 9. But guess what? 2-7. 7-2 against the spread. So Raptors are a really scrappy team. I can't lay 8.5 with the Bucks. Now, the line is kind of telling, saying that the Bucks might smoke them here, but without Dame, I can't do it. You see what I'm saying? Raptors partying in LA last night. I'd like to see some footage of that. If I need some proof of that, you see what I'm saying? And I might hop on the Bucks. I need to see some proof of it. I might have to do some research on that, man. We got to start getting some club promoters or somebody in our pocket, man. Some strippers, somebody. We got to start getting some info when these guys are going out and having fun. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it's the whole team, man. So they say Dame out, Bucks have advantage now. I don't know. They need Dame, bro. I mean, shit. It's been you definitely have to look at Giannis props. Giannis is like, if they want any chance of winning this game or covering, Giannis has to go crazy here. Giannis literally has to go fucking bonkers, guys. So I'd look at Giannis props, possibly even triple-double. He might go for a triple-double tonight. We know the points and rebounds going to be there. He's going to have to facilitate a lot more now, and the Raptors are going to focus on Giannis as well. Honestly, I don't know who's going to stop them. They're going to have to try to run a box and one or something. RJ Barrett run as the power forward. Then other than that, Jakob Poeltl. Who guard Giannis here? Seriously, though, I'm not even joking. Who's guarding Giannis? Who's stopping Giannis here? That's a problem. Giannis might go for 50 points in this game, man. Giannis could go fucking crazy. Went to the Usher concert. They brought out some strippers. He really brought the A to Seattle. What you talking about, Ronald? Look, I feel like what you talking about, Willis? Hey, what you talking about, Willis? What happened, Ronald? You might have to call me right after this show. I gotta hit the casino, man, but you might have to call me on that. You feel what I'm saying? What you talking about, Willis? Let me see, man. I'm concerned about the chemistry in the Bucks locker room. Do the Giannis voice, Jay. Hey, what's Giannis PRA, man? You know how Giannis gonna come in today? Okay, guys. Okay, Dame is out. Dame is out tonight, guys. It's okay. I'm going to put the team on my back, and I'm going for a triple-double tonight. And nobody can stop me down there. So you get the ball, you pass me the ball, okay? We're winning this fucking game, okay? If not, I'm taking my ass to California. I'm taking my ass to California. You pass me the ball, okay? I'm going for a triple-double tonight, okay? Bet my points in assists, bet my points in rebounds, bet all of this shit, okay? You want to hear a joke? All right, that's enough, man. That's enough. But Giannis points, rebounds, points and assists. I don't even know what it said. He's going fucking bonkers tonight. He's going bonkers. I'm telling you that. Somebody said points and assists was 33.5. There's no fucking way. There's no way that Giannis points and assists is at 33.5. All right. I really don't have time for this shit. I have to go, but I need to check this real quick. I'm sorry. I need to check this. What his points alone has to be 30. His points alone has to be 30. Let's just check real quick here. Because this is the spot right here, man. I'm not gonna be betting a bunch of props, but in these type of spots, this is the one. So points, rebound, assists is 52.5. So there's no way points and assists is at 39.5. He's probably going for 40 alone, bro. He's going for 40 points. Points, his rebounds is 45.5. Let me see. What is just his points? Just real quick, guys. Sorry I had to do this, but we're trying to get this money. Points is at 32.5. Yes, that's happening. What is his triple-double? Triple-double is plus 380. That's low as hell, bro. Like RJ Barrett's triple-double is 3,300 and Giannis is plus 380. Those are only two guys that are available. I think it happens. I'd probably go with his points to be safe over 32.5, but I think he gets all that shit. I think he gets all of it. To be perfectly honest with you, this is a Giannis game. Win or lose, he's smoking the Raptors. Like the Raptors could cover. You know what I'm saying? But I think Giannis, like 32.5 is crazy here, bro. Without Dame, he has to put the team on his back. No matchup to stop Giannis. I'd take Giannis over that 32.5 points, guys. That's what I would do. Let's go over here. Suns laying 3.5 at the house versus the Jazz. I like the Suns here. Now, the sharp guy in me would like to overthink it, be like, you know what? Jazz hadn't had a home win. Obviously, the Suns without KD. Man, these two teams are on two opposite ends of the spectrum. I'm sorry. Like, obviously, the Jazz could have a game every now and then. I don't see it here. The Suns are not fucking around this year. They don't really take games lightly. They're not taking teams lightly. This team is 8-2 straight up now. They're only 3-7 against the spread. But like when I saw that -3 yesterday, I said, I got to take the Suns in this spot, and I got to live with the results. You see what I'm saying? Like whatever happens, I feel like the Suns -3 was a good bet in this game. Now, you could say that the Jazz are the younger team, that they're a little bit more hungry for the money for that cup, for the NBA Cup. They're not getting to the fucking final. It's not happening, man. This Jazz team is not playing well. They just literally just play any defense and shoot a lot of threes. It's like throwing a dart up against the wall and seeing if it's going to stick. So that's the Jazz. They're coming off of a win. They're coming off a cover as well. They have not won back-to-back games all season. They have not covered back-to-back games all season. When they're coming off a cover, they're 0-3 against the spread in their next game. I don't think they cover it here. First game back at the house after a 4-game road trip. They're coming off of a surprising win versus the Spurs. I know they have Laurie back. I know they have Clarkson back. I'm not trusting the Jazz here. I still think the Suns have the guys to get this job done, even without KD. The Suns are deeper than you think. A player that no one knows about, Ryan Dunn. He's been one of the most integral parts of the Phoenix Suns, obviously other than KD, Booker, and Bill. But other than that, Ryan Dunn has been one of the most important guys on the team. Tyus Jones, they have a point guard that doesn't turn the ball over at a high rate, plays defense, setting the other guys up. He can shoot, he can score, all of that. You see what I'm saying? These guys have ballers, man. They're gonna need Nurkic tonight. I'm telling you that for sure. Going up against the Towers down there, but I like this Suns team. I love this Suns team. They have high aspirations for this year. They could fuck around and win the NBA Cup. I know that no KD's out there. This line is a little too low in my opinion, man. So the Jazz could possibly be the sharp look. I don't care. The Sharps have been getting their teeth kicked in. Sometimes you just kind of go with what you know. And I think that's the Suns tonight. You see what I'm saying? Now, Booker's been dealing with a little bit of illness. Obviously, they're in altitude. He's going to have to play the whole game. But I took Suns -3 here. I'd still take 3.5 -115. I'd still take -4. I like the Suns in this spot. This is my spot of the day. When I was thinking, I'll tell you straight up. Yesterday, I kind of not forced all some shit, but I picked my picks for the next 3 days. And I said, I have to go 3-0 here. And today I'm going to get the Thursday and Friday. So I have to go 5-0 with one pick each day. Yesterday was Spurs. Today is Suns. Tomorrow's the Lakers. Those are the 3 right there that I said I have to cash each one of these fucking bets. So I took Suns money line at -145 and -3. That's what my money's on. I take them at -4 as well. The sun, if I wouldn't have closed this door right here to the basement, the sun would have been beaming on me right now. You see what I'm saying? I like the Suns. The line must have been going up because it was literally just all 4s right before the show. You see what I'm saying? So I'd still take it at 4.5. They've been winning close games, guys. You know, I keep it real with y'all. Like I said, while they are 8-2. Straight up, they're only 3-7 against the spread. So that's why I put some on the money line as well. I just keep it real with y'all. You see what I'm saying? They sometimes fuck around and win game by 1, 2, 3 points. It happens all the time. It's happened plenty of times this year. But I think the Suns, they're a much better coach team than the Jazz. Everything is that much better. Only thing Jazz have working for them that they're at the house and that they're in altitude. Other than that, if they could possibly knock down a bunch of threes, I don't see it. I like the Suns here. That's the top spot of the day. This is number 2, trying to go 2 from 2 from yesterday. And I like the Lakers tomorrow. And then I'll try to get the Thursday and Friday plays. But I'm letting you know right now, Lakers opening line. I'm on that shit. I'm telling you right now. Let's go over here to Portland here. Really intriguing game. Yeah, I've been on here 32 minutes. It's time to go. Blazers getting 8.5 at the house versus let me get on my guy Ronald's site. The money baller, man. If y'all go check out Ronald's site. This is a fucking one-stop shop right here. I'm telling you right now. Let's see how the Blazers have been in the first quarter. Shout out to Ski as well, because Ski was on these Blazers first quarters to start the season. He was smacking them things as well. You see what I'm saying? Let's see. I'm just waiting for it to load. I feel like Blazers first quarter is the spot here. It's not something I bet. You look at the game that they're coming off of, got absolutely smoked. Chauncey Billups is all over the team. He's saying that y'all gave up. He said whoever sleeps well after this is a loser. He told them that to their face. He says you guys play soft. He said they laid down. He said everybody sucked. I'm listening to the practice interviews. These guys want to come back and get that bad taste out of their mouth. They obviously just lost to the Wolves as well. Situationally, I know that this is the Blazers. I know it's the Wolves as well. Situationally, this is a spot that you'd like to back the Blazers, especially early as well. They're going to come out fine. They played a fucking horrible game last year. You can't, if you're an NBA player, you have to, it's different these days. Guys are softer mentally, but I think Billups, while he may not be the coach for the Blazers, I think he's going to have the team at least ready to go in this particular spot. You look at it against the spread in the first half. Wolves 0-4 against the spread as an away favorite. You see what I'm saying? So for whatever, they're 0-4 straight up in the first half as an away favorite. So this is not their spot. Let me see. First quarters. I don't think I see the first quarters on here. Let me just see real quick. Fuck. All right, I'm gonna have to look at that later. Somebody let me know what the Blazers have been covering these first quarters at a high rate, to be perfectly honest with you. See what I'm saying? Jaylen Brown will not be playing in tonight's game against Orlando. Also, he is sitting out for the second consecutive day. He was just back. Jaylen Brown was just back. Blaze it up. Blazers +9. I could only look at the Blazers here. Smiley says, oh, hell no. Those are some of the best spots. Now that's a fact there, Ronald. That is a fact. They definitely have incentive to run up the score. I take what speaks to me in this game, Blazers first quarter plus a 3. That's their top spot in this game. And what the Wolves have shown as well, that they have not came out in these first halves. They have not came out well. 0-4 straight up and in against the spread as an away favorite, which means they're losing outright in their first halves. Blazers first quarter, first half. I don't know if I could get there. You see what I'm saying? Situationally, I'm supposed to bet this every time. You don't bet against a team, and I was telling my guy this other day, when a team comes off like a 30, 40, 50-point loss, either you bet that team the next game or stay off the game. I would not fade them. It's just something that over time you're going to do well with. Sometimes staying away from a game, you see what I'm saying, is better than you betting it and then losing. Like you just learning from it. So Blazers are nothing for me here. Even full game, Blazers are nothing. I think you might see a spirited effort coming from these guys. Remember, they're healthy. They're not that same team last year. They still are, but their guys are healthy right now. Shaedon Sharp's back. Robert Williams back. They got Kamara as one of the best defenders in the league. You have Ant Simons back as well. You see what I'm saying? They got Denny Avila over there from the Wizards coming off the bench. He's a starting caliber player in this NBA. The Blazers are not a bad team. They just gave up last game, man. Literally laid down, and they know it. They know they have to come back and show some fight, some grit. They let their fans down. They're back at the house again right now. I actually think this is a great spot for the Blazers first quarter, first half, to be perfectly honest with you, man. I'm just here to bring you the info. Last game. Let's go over here to the Warriors, man. Really, oh, my God. This is the best game of the day right here. I lean Mavs in the first half, mainly because – let's look at the numbers real quick. Mainly because the Warriors are coming back home off of a 5-game road trip. Like, this is not a great spot for the Warriors. I know that this total is going up. I think this game is going under, man. That's just what I feel. We know Clay coming back, going up against the Warriors. Remember, they're still missing P.J. Washington and Derek Lively. If they had those two, I'd be all over the Mavs here. I'm telling you that right now. I need at least one of them, especially Lively. The Warriors, they've been balling. They're 8-2 straight up, 8-2 against the spread. They went 4-1 on that road trip, played some cupcakes. They beat the Celtics outright at the house. You see what I'm saying? They did get smoked versus the Cavs. Came back, smoked the Thunder, though. I know Chet went down, but Warriors were still going to win that game regardless. But they literally traveled all over the place. Only one day of rest, coming back all the way to the house. I don't like the spot for the Warriors early. I think if you like the Mavs, you want to take them first quarter, first half. I think that's the top spot. Then second half, them missing Lively and PJ Washington might show. The Warriors are a very deep team, guys. I'm telling you this. They could have 2 starters out and have a couple guys come off the bench and not miss a freaking beat. We saw it when Curry was out. You see what I'm saying? So I know that they played the Pelicans twice and then the Rockets, but that Rockets game was a great win as well. So really great. Are they saying that Jaylen Brown? Oh, you're saying Jaylen Brown was out for that game? I think the Mavs in the first half is the top spot in this game. It's not something that I bet, to be honest with you. I do think this is a game that I want to just watch and enjoy. But if I was betting it, I know that the total's going up, and the professionals might be on the over here. They are on the over. I think this is an under type of game. You look at the Mavs as an away dog. They're 2-0 against the spread in the first half. They're also 2-0 straight up as well. I mean, 2-0 full game as well against the spread. So let's look at the Warriors as home faves, 1-1 in the first half. I feel like that's the spot for the Mavs. That's their best spot in this game. First quarter, first half. First half would be the best, in my opinion, the way you get the starters going in there. But I think this game goes under. Warriors are a lot better defensive team than people expect, and their threes may not be falling if their legs are still heavy from that road trip. The Mavs are a sneakily really great defensive team. I think the Sharps on the over, I think it goes under, man. It's time for me to get out of here. I got to go hit the casino one time for the one time, man. This is what I like today. My top spot is this, trying to go 2 for 2 so far this week, is Suns. What I have money on is Suns -3 and the money line -145. I'll just split the unit there. I'd still take the Suns -4, -5. So I'm saying that's my top spot. I have a sprinkle personally on the Hornets +8. That's just what I have. You know what I'm saying? I bet this 9 days ago when I expected this line to close at 6. It went down to 6 and came back up. I personally put a little something on Hornets here. And I personally put a little something on Pistons +1.5 as well. Honorable mentions would be Sixers first quarter, first half. Giannis over 32.5 points. Giannis, points and assists, points and rebounds, possibly triple-double, possibly over 52.5 PRA. I think Giannis goes bonkers. He's the team right now. No Dame. I'm putting the team on my back tonight, guys. I told my little cousin to bet me tonight for a triple-double, and I have to do it for my little cousin. I don't want to give him money, but I give him a play, and I go out there and go crazy for him. So I think Giannis goes absolutely bonkers tonight. I'm probably sprinkling over 32.5 points to be or triple-double, that plus 380. I got to chop around for that. I'm probably just personally, because I mean, it's a bunch of money in the account. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Giannis props. I feel it. Blazers, first quarter, first half. Bounce back spot. Bounce back J spot. Major bounce back J spot. We've seen the Wolves go on the road as an away favorite. Fuck around. 0-4 straight up. Not even, you don't even have to get to the spread when they're 0-4 straight up as an away favorite. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're losing out on the money line. I think the Blazers come out with some fight, man. It's a revenge spot as well. It's a bounce back J spot. Mavs Warriors, I still heavily lean to 234.5. I got to talk with my total experts why they like this over. I think there's going to be a playoff style type of game. Clay going back to the house. Both teams are going to want to win this game very badly. I think it goes under the 234, man. And I'd lean towards Mavs first half as well, guys. That's the show. Long show for just myself. I'm over here turning into Giannis and shit. You see what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. It's all love. Anybody that's come back and check me out, obviously I always start the season a little slow. Anybody that's still here, that stick with me through thick and thin, I really appreciate you guys. It's easy to leave. It's easy to leave when things are bad, or you know what I'm saying? But it takes the real ones to stay through thick and thin, man. So for that, I love you guys forever, man. I do this shit for you guys. Come on here every day, 1 o'clock Eastern, man. See what I'm saying? It's all love. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you like the show, hit the like button one time for the one time. You see what I'm saying? Let's try to get 500 likes on the show, man, for the Giannis impersonation. You see what I'm saying? But let's get this cash. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hit the like button. I will be back tomorrow. And like I say, if you listen closely, you already have my spot of the day for tomorrow. Opening line. I will be on that shit. We out, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go get this triple-double.